DJ Omega here with another product review for Blizzard Lighting. They sent me the Mezmerizor 4FX. So we're going to take a look at that here today. And again, for full disclosure, I did not get to keep this light. I did not buy this light. Blizzard sent it to me just to take a look at it and do a review for you guys. So if there's any questions that you have, feel free to leave a comment and hopefully we'll be able to get that answered for you. Otherwise, I hope you enjoy the review. The Blizzard Lighting Mezmerizor 4FX is a Class 3R RGB laser. It has a 100 milliwatt red, 50 milliwatt green, and 100 milliwatt blue laser that is capable of color mixing. All of this power is housed in an all aluminum casing. It utilizes a high-speed scanner system which is capable of 15,000 points per second. This allows for a smooth and fast effects, and this laser has tons of them. You can create 3D shapes, 3D animations, 3D galaxy shape effects, which is basically kind of like a spirograph kind of looking thing, and star field effects. And if that isn't enough, you can actually overlap those effects to run at the same time. It can be run in sound active mode, auto mode, and it has a 15-channel DMX mode. There are so many variations that this laser can create that I shot a separate video showing this laser in auto mode. The link is in the description of this video. After about 10 minutes or so of video, it still hadn't gone through and repeated the cycle yet, so that's just how many different effects it does have. The back of the unit is pretty straightforward. You have your DMX in and out. You have your function setting, your DMX dip switches, your mic sensitivity knob, the fan to keep the unit cool, power on and off, power cable in, and there is your mic for sound active mode. So I now have the laser hooked up into DMX mode. So basically taking a look at some of the things you can do with color. Right now we're on the 3D shapes, so you can have it red, green, blue, those are the colors of lasers, and then you can get into the mixing. So kind of a yellow color, kind of a cyan, purple, a white color. You can get multicolors, different patterns there. And you can actually have those colors actually change, which is kind of neat. We'll go through some of the colors again there. So with that, then there's also different shapes. We'll go back to a solid one there. So we have all different kinds of 3D shapes, multiple shapes. And this looks really great in fog, which I'll show later. And again, you have control over all the colors of that. Then you have what's called kind of the galaxy effect. We'll come up into that one now. So with that, it kind of gives you kind of that spirograph look. And again, you can pick all sorts of shapes with that, and you can pick all sorts of colors. You can have the colors move. Then you can actually get up into the star field effect. And you have all sorts of shapes there. We'll keep the color the same. We'll just go with blue there. So you have arrows and all sorts of shapes, cars, Cupid, all sorts of different options there. Pumpkins for Halloween. We have some animations also. The cat running, the bird flying. And again, you can have those in all the different colors also. Further DMX control, you have the ability to move along the x-axis. You have the ability to move along the y-axis. Then you also have x-axis rotation. So you can spin the object along the x-axis. both directions. You can move along the y-axis, kind of rotate around there in both directions again. Then you have rotation, so you can actually rotate the 3D object. You can vary the speed for that and in both directions. You also have a zoom feature. You can make that shape as small or as big as you want. You can have it kind of pulsing in and out, again going both directions. Then you also have sine wave fluctuations. So that kind of takes the pattern along the sine wave. So you're going to get that wave effect. And again, that you can have control of that both in X and Y. And then lastly, you have what's called drawing. So this shape here, you can actually start and control how much of the shape is there. And then you can have it kind of do its own thing. And you can vary the speed of that. So those are the individual ones, and within each of those, you can control all the bits of that. So that was just that kind of circle shape that we had, but by adding some of the other effects now, it's a completely new shape. So again, that's what we started with. So really, with your creativity, you can create almost any shape you want with this, which is kind of a neat thing to play with. And again, while it's doing all that, you can still control all the different colors.
So sexy. So sexy. So sexy, 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 so sexy. So sexy.
Well, overall, what can I say about this light? I thought it was, well put together light. I like the fact that you have multiple laser effects in one unit. So if you want the star field effect and you want 3D images and that sort of thing, you don't have to have multiple laser lights. This light will do it all for you, and you can actually combine those if you want to, which is really neat. The other thing I liked about it is the brightness. It's kind of daylight here. You can see that it's real sharp and bright. I like the fact that, while fog always makes things look better, it is a pretty cool effect even without fog. So of course you don't see the beams, but it has enough excitement in the images and then itself that it puts on a good show on its own, especially if you're someplace where maybe fogging or hazing is not an option. So I really like this light. I want to thank Blizzard for letting me get a chance to get my hands on it and play with it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. And if there's anything else you want to see from the light, let me know. Or if you have any other questions, any other questions about what I thought about certain features and that sort of thing, feel free to leave a comment. And hopefully we'll see you next time with another review.